What's up? What's up? What's up? Of course, it's me, your boy Richie Rich at Consumer Appliance Support. Man, you already know we review appliances. Today we're going to focus on a GE electric dryer that's making a loud noise. We show you exactly what parts could be making a loud noise. We're going to take it apart and then put it back together so that you'll be able to see that and know exactly what's going on. If you're new to the channel, we talk about everything appliances. So we review appliances, we repair appliances, we give you service recalls on appliances. If there's issues with any particular appliance, we'll discuss it, we'll talk about it. And if there's anything that you need to know about purchasing appliances as well, just holler at your boy, man. You already know, man. We'll help you out with no problem. All right, of course, let's dive into this video real quick so we can talk about this repair. All right, so one of the first things you normally do, let me see if this joint is making any noise because I want you guys to hear it. Alright, so that's pretty loud. Alright, so you can see that right now that it's pretty loud. First thing that you want to do when you're working on appliance is always unplug the appliance. Alright, for safety reasons, unplug the appliance so that you can be safe, so you won't get electrocuted. Alright, so we're going to let that rock. Again, it's an electric dryer. You can tell it's electric because you can see the cord on the dryer, right? It's not your standard plug. It's bigger than your standard regular outlet that you normally put or plug any appliance in. Is about twice the size, so you can see. So if you need to find out if your dryer is gas or electric, just look at the outlet. All right, so like I said, that is really big. It's a really big difference between gas and electric. And of course, when you're dealing with electric, you're talking about 240 volts. Your standard gas dryer gives you 120 volts. All right, so you got to think about that. Alright, so a couple things that you want to do before you go into any dryer. You want to evaluate it, you want to look at it, you want to find out how do I really take it apart before I actually start taking stuff apart. But knowing that I have the experience for over 15, almost about 20 years right now, I've already know exactly how to take the appliance apart. So there's a couple screws that you got to take out. You can see removing the screws, removing the top. It doesn't give you much space, so you still want to be careful as you do it. You can have screws that's in the back panel that you can actually remove to allow you to have more flexibility with the top. Typically, I don't like pulling dryers out for the reason the vent, right? The venting system. If it's not long enough for me to pull it out and I have room, I typically don't. Sometimes you might pull a dryer out and you disconnect the vent. Sometimes the vent is real short, real small, so you might have to move the wash machine to reconnect the vent. There's so much that you got to do. So if you don't have to pull it out, I suggest not. All right, and that's something that I don't really do unless I have to. All right, so like I said, you can see inside the drum. We're going to go into that a little bit. You have a couple screws. You got one screw there, and of course you have the wire harness that you want to disconnect as well. All right, so there's one screw on one side and there's another screw on the other side. So you want to remove both those screws with a 1/4-inch nut driver. All right, so you're going to be able to see how I really take it apart with a 1/4-inch nut driver. Again, if you have the right tools, it's not hard to do. It's not difficult to do. All right, so you want to be able to remove both screws on both sides. Excuse me. All right, so as you do that, again, you want to disconnect the harness. Right, so all that is a part of the door, but once you do that, it's pretty simple and easy. Just lift it like right off. It's not a difficult thing to do, right? You do have doors and different components that you can disconnect. The door switch, different harnesses there. So you press the tab in, unplug that, it comes right off. Same thing for the door switch on the side. So sometimes it can be difficult to get off. Right, you want to remove that piece a little bit, press in on the door switch. Again, you bear with your boy, man, so I'm normally doing this by myself. So I got the camera in one hand, and of course I got other components I'm taking off there. All right, so I did remove the belt. Dryer belts are not difficult to do, but it can be difficult if you're not familiar with how it goes on. All right, so in this video I'm going to show you that a little bit as well. So to check where the noise is coming from, you normally want to remove the drum. You want to see the noise that you heard before, like why is it banging, why is it making the noise, why are all these different things is happening at the same time. Typically when you put a belt on, this is inside the dryer. So what we did for this particular dryer, you can lubricate Certain dryers might have drum rollers that rotates the drum. You can lubricate those. You do have the dryer belt pulley, right, that connects to the belt, so you can lubricate those as well. In this case, we put vent tape around the vent that you see there where my hand is, because that was actually moving and making a lot of noise there. This is where the pulley is, right in here. You can put grease on it, make sure it's spinning properly as well. You do have the bearings on the inside where the heating element is, right in between here. That's where the drum sits. So sometimes that could be worn out from spinning. It is a new dryer, man, so it's less than a year. It's under warranty, so it shouldn't be much wrong with it. But like I said, initially you can hear the noise that it's making when it's spinning, bop, 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 making all these different noises and stuff like that as well. All right, so you got your motor, your blower wheel, the belt, and the actual drive pulley. All right, the idler pulley. So I'm gonna show you guys the best that I can with snapping on the belt. Like I said, if you're not familiar with it, it could be difficult. You want to make sure that the strap of the belt, which is the tan or the brown part, is on the outside of it. So you want to make sure that surrounds the whole entire drum, because if not, then you're going to have problems with it. It's not going to spin, it can pop, because you don't want to put everything back together, and as soon as you hit start, the belt just come off the track, or it pops and break, and then of course you got to get a new belt. All right, so I'm gonna do the best I can, man. Like I said, it's hard to sometimes shoot these videos when you're by yourself, but typically that's how it's supposed to look, right? It's right on the pulley, the idler pulley, connecting, and then you just either, to disconnect it, you normally slide the idler pulley to the right or to the left, because it's gonna have some type of resistance on it, right? So whichever way you have the resistance, where you're able to play with it and push it over a little bit more, then of course you remove the belt as well, and you can see how it's supposed to be. You never want to rotate a dryer. That's one thing. Please don't ever rotate a dryer, because you just don't know what type of idler pulley is on there. You can rotate it, especially if it's just empty and you're trying to rotate and spin the drum. You can knock it off the idler pulley, and then you, of course, you have to take it apart and put a new drum belt on, put the belt back on. So that could be somewhat difficult. But that's basically how it looks. Again, we're just putting the dryer back together. You can see the tabs on the door there, connecting everything back up, putting the screws back on, connecting the wire harnesses on the door. You want to make sure that the screws is aligned. Again, this is not difficult to do. When we put it back together, I think I did run it, so I just want to let you guys hear it when we do run it and plug it in, just to make sure that, you know, it sounds pretty smooth. Alright, so yeah, so you can see this GE dryer, man. Again, it's under manufacturer warranty. It wasn't making a noise. So again, you can, depending on the dryer, this one doesn't have any dryer drum rollers, so you don't have to lubricate it. But again, we lubricated the idler pulley, and we also put vent tape around the vent to make sure that it's secure and it's not moving and wobbling. But outside of that, man, everything else is working. Customer was happy, everything was good. So we were able to move on to the next job. But you already know what time it is, man. I'm your boy Richie Rich at Consumer Appliance Support. You help me, I help you, we both help each other. Till next time, I'm out of here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm out. Peace.